All right, line up with my schedule.
Okay, one thing we need to do is a survey, right? And about the outcome of the course, only for mechanical students. In mechanical, not ocean. You mechanical, you're civil. Civil, why you take this class? It's not required.
Yes, it is.
Yes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Mechanical? Only for mechanical. Mechanical. So there are 4 outcomes. 5 is the best, 1 is the worst. So just fill a number to 4 outcomes. Okay, while you take your time, while you fill the form, we will talk something else, right? Okay, this is the last exercise for you to practice the assembly, right? And all these files, part files, are posted in Canvas called joint zip file. You down zip file, then unzip, you get all these parts. Then you assemble them together. I do the assembly here first, right? So before we do this, I talk about the problems for the assembly, right? And I just look at some. I already finished the grading of the exercise 10. If you want to know what you get, I have not posted grade, no time. So I just get some examples to show what are common mistakes. Right?
There's another survey from school for like so that's going to be on.
So once in interference, right? Then I'll show you how to solve the interference problem if there is interference, right? Okay. There are 2 configurations, right? It's correct. One called exploding, one called unexploding. All right. So then I suppress all the screw and the nut. Suppress, right? And then I go to evaluate interference detection. Then pick the valve, right? Then calculate. So there's 1 interference, right? So what is it? See here, right? So it seems it has the key and the arm. Key and arm, right? So if you want to check, so if you suppress the arm, say here's the arm, right?
How come though? How come? If there's a relation over there.
So this one, if you see here's the arm,
It was probably like.
if we suppress the arm,
Is that you?
then you check interference again.
Fix mine is fun.
There's no interference, right? Therefore, it must be arm and the key, arm and something. So, how to fix the problem? Open the mates, all the mating file is there, right? Okay, so you find where is arm. Arm is shaft. Arm the retainer. And the arm is the key. Should be this one, right? Okay, so one way is delete this one. Try. And the best way is find what the middle plane of the key and the middle plane of the arm. Make them coincident. So-called middle plane, you find which of the three reference planes in the middle, right? So we go to the key. Key. Expand. So it seems there are no middle plane, right? Therefore, in that case, what you need to do is go to key, open the key. You change the blind to middle plane. So I just open the key for this student, right? Because key we already graded. So open key. Okay, see, you edit the feature. So it is blind, right? So change blind to middle plane. Whatever there is symmetric, please always use middle plane so that you have a reference plane in the middle, which can be used for assembly, right? So now it's the middle, see? Okay, right? See, now front plane is the middle, right? It's the middle, front plane. Of course, you need to save. When you save, it will go to the assembly automatically. Right? And then go to assembly. Right? And for the key, so the front plane now is in middle. Right? It's in middle. So choose front plane, assemble, and find what is the middle plane of the arm. So we unsuppress the arm. No, I have to close this one. Unsuppress. Right? And remember key, front plane, assembly, and make. Then choose which one is the middle plane of the arm. Yeah. Arm, expand, and then okay, it's arm. Not this one, not this one, this one, right? Right plane, make them coincident. Done. So now you check interference. Let's see. Still interference. Sometimes the problem is parts. If the key is too thick, right, there is always interference. There's still interference. So then in that case, you check the key. The dimension of the key and the dimension of the arm. Right? Another common problem is okay, if you go to configuration, there are no two configuration. Only one configuration. Look, default, still default, right? And the exploded view, you double click, it become unexploded. Double click again, it become exploded. It's not the correct way, right? Why you call it exploding? It can become unexploded. Therefore, this is wrong, right? So not only one student, there are several students do not have two configurations. Please follow the instruction, right? So I posted in the file. Here, right? Change the default, the name called default to unexploded, right? That make the assembly smaller and in good orientation so that you have space to explode. Then go to configuration, right click assembly name. In that case, first you right click, go to property or rename, change the default to explode, unexploded. Then you click this one, add a configuration. Then you type in explode. Then you do explode. All right? So that you have two configurations. This is a common problem. Right? All right, and let's see. Let's open.
Yeah, it's like an online.
So there are two configurations. See, this is carry. Right? Double click unexploded, it become unexploded. Right? And let's check the interference. Screw. Press. I'm sorry, that technique. Okay. Check interference. Make this in the middle. Check interference. Pick the wall. So there is one interference in here. Right? So if you cannot see clearly, you suppress R. Suppress the retainer. Right? So then you go to interference detection. See, it is between the shaft and the body. So what is the problem? The problem here is the correct way is make the middle plane of the plate and the middle plane of the body coincident. It's not coincident of one of the surface. Right? Okay, let's try to fix. So go to base and body and the shaft. Coincident.
Left, bro.
Delete this one. When you delete this one, the shaft can move, right? And then you pick the middle plane of the middle surface of the plane. Let's see here the plane. Right? This one, right? Mate. And find the middle plane of the body. It's this. Right? Make them coincident. All right. Okay, then we check interference to see if it's something. Not this. Should be there are no interference. Alright? Okay, so this is about interference.
Points would you lose if you don't have configuration?
What?
Points would you lose if you don't have
How many points?
Yeah.
So it depends on in the test or in the exercise, right? In exercise, first interference 10 points. The second one 5 points, add 5 points. Third one add 5 points. Because you have interference, you cannot move at all, right? Because always there's a collision.
Would the interference show if you make a collision? It will show, right?
Yeah.
Or no?
If you have interference, you try to move.
Uh-huh.
Collision detection, stop at collision. Then when you click, it is in collision
Okay.
position. You cannot move. Right? Of course, if you don't go to collision detection, you can always move. Right? So this is one. And there is another problem is, let's see.
It didn't change the line, so probably the line is different.
only one part.
Yeah.
It's like we had life in school. But this is for next semester, and then financially for next semester, as a big push. Yeah, so it was just first 2 weeks in. So it had to be real big.
You try to delete it and do it again?
Okay, let's see, check.
You're talking
It's a
about
good
this, right?
two configuration, right? And then go to suppress all these nuts at the ball. Where is the nut?
Greater than one outside the
Okay. Here, the problem is when we go to ball, collision detection. It stops. However, the valve is not closed tightly. See the gap. Therefore, there is a problem. Either assembly problem or the part problem. See the large gap. it cannot close. The correct one should be I open what is correct one. I close this one because we have the same name. Somewhere. Okay, so let's suppress all these. Very slow. Right. And up. Get up. Okay. Now we go to move.1, collision detection, stop a collision.
This one or this one?
It's play. Okay, this is original play, right? So when we try to open and close, it has closed. See, there is very small gap. This is normal, right? That's why if I add a finish, then it can close more times. Now, you can see it's very tight. I put the fillet on the plate, then it can close tight. All right? Okay, so pay attention to what? You must create two configurations, exploded and unexploded. First. Second, check interference, right? Anybody came late? Mechanical engineering? You come late? It's a survey.
Do you know what in the final lesson?
You know?
Do you know what?
Only mechanical engineering, not all.
It's either that one or another.
What I saw in this, somebody told me this scheme.
Let's give a number. 5 is the best, and 1 is the worst.
Either this.
Somewhere. There. Yeah. Okay, now I do this one. Right? And so which one you bring first? Of course, bread. Right? So first one is fixed. Then second one is this, called the York mail. Right? Then this is spider cone. And this is your feedback. Here are the pin. Longer pin and short pin. And there is like, right? So let's do this one first.
Is the spacer apart?
Okay, file new assembly. And
Where does it go? But they will be
insert,
inside.
compose, or just open from here. Browse. And M. Solidworks. Join. Bracket. So you bring the bracket first, right? So it is fixed. So then next is bring the yoke main. Solidworks. Join. It's yoke main.
So that's why I'm gonna make them before.
Right? And insert into this hole. Therefore, easiest way is make.
For the final, are we gonna have to make it a different color?
Final, you don't have to make a color. You don't have to make a color, but you can get a different color, right? You don't have to make color. Okay, so first, easiest way is concentric, right? The hole. Right? And any circle will be okay. Not necessarily this circle. This circle is also okay. Right? Because all these circles are concentric. The next one is make this surface and that surface coincident. Right? Surface and this surface coincident. So you're done, right? See, you can rotate. The next one is bring your feedback, I guess. Then spider in the middle. Maybe spider.
The relay from 1 to 70,600.
Spider. Put a spider in the middle. How? Concentric, right? And this circle, right? So they are concentric. And but still you can move. No? I choose long, not concentric, but coincident. So it's not correct. Say coincident, right? Edit. Change your coincident to concentric. Right? So now you can move. If you fix this one temporarily, fix. See? But the hole will be always aligned. Alright? And what is the best way? Make the middle plane of the spider and the middle plane of this piece coincident. Alright? So spider is not this one, right? Okay? And find the middle plane of the yoke male. This one. coincident. Right? Okay, now you can order rotate. Right? And then bring York female. Okay, so make this hole and which hole and this hole concentric, right? And this hole and this hole concentric.
I do 76 now.
Right? And then
It says that when I look it up, the actual calculation.
you need to do is make the middle of the spider and the middle plane of this one coincident. What? Right? So, and make the bottom plane and this bottom plane coincident? No. Parallel. Because you cannot make it so precise. There always a gap. So if this is coincident, the top one coincident, bottom one must be parallel, right? So the first one is make it parallel. Let's try make it parallel. So this plane and this plane make it parallel. See, now the only thing is parallel. What?
You give it evaluations.
Oh, survey, you mechanical?
Oh, shit.
So I only for mechanical.
Oh, it's only for mechanical?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, spider York female. See, this coincidence is wrong. Should be concentric.
You two aren't gonna get my higher either.
Change it to concentric. Okay, now if you can go. Right? So now make the middle plane of the spider and the middle plane of this one. Right? Then you can separate this one first. So you can see clearly what is middle plane of the spider. Right? So let's find the spider. This one, right? Mate. And middle plane of the York female. Which one? This one. Make them coincident. Then, okay, then we get back York male. Awesome. What? So use the press to clear, to make clear what you can see. Then after finish, you get it back. Right? So now should be rotate. If it cannot rotate, then it is wrong.
No, remember? You fixed the first one, the male, the one in the top. You did fix on it, remember?
It's fixed right now.
Let's see.
He's in Canada.
Your conveyor. Concentric.
He worked in.
No, wait.
He worked in France.
I get it back. I get it back. Answer please.
You fixed it. You fixed the top one. Right click on
Oh
that.
yeah, I fixed like conveyor, your conveyor temporarily. Now I make it float. Now it can rotate. Right? So the next one is put a pin here. So the first one could be a long pin because middle is empty. But the next one should be short pin, right? So pick up a pin. So when you pick a pin, there is 3 configurations. For a part, you can have different configuration. For this case, we have long, we have short, we have medium. Right? So we take a long pin.
The pins are standardized parts,
Yeah. No, pin is, you can make it.
so you're making the pins?
Yeah, no. Somebody make a pin already.
Okay, but if we were doing, we would make them.
Yeah, you can make a pin, right? So put a pin here, right? And what do we do? And concentric. Right? When pin is here. Right? So the pin is here. So what is next one? Make this surface and this surface edging. And pick this surface and this surface. Make them edging. Okay. So now the pin is in the middle. Right. And then get the short pin. Pin again. Very slow. Short. So it becomes short. Right? And right?
Actually, I don't know.
And right? Concentric. So where the pin is in the middle. Right? So let's try to find the pin. See, here the pin. So see if I can drag it out. So I can drag it out. Right? So next one is make this surface and this surface hedging. So you have short pin. Right? Then put another short pin here. Right? Every step, you don't leave. You have hello. You have problem with exercise 10. I will tell you.
Huh?
Exercise 10.
Oh, exercise 10.
Yeah. Because for you it's important. I will tell you what is your mistakes. What are your mistakes? So don't leave. It's critical for you. Okay. So it is short pin, right? You get another short pin put here. Every step you check the motion. Right? So the top part should be easy. This part is easy, right? So you don't have any question. This part is very easy. So, and one more thing is, original York Bale, there are no fit. I suppress original York female, there are no fit. So it is sharp. And in that case, if you go to the motion board, collision detection, right? So it is the collision. Okay, now you can stop at stop it. See, stop. Can only see there is a collision. There is collision here. That's why I make a filling for the inner end. It can. Here is filling for York. I unsuppress and unsuppress. Okay, then I go to motion, move. Now it will know stop and collision. There are no collision. Can rotate 360 degrees. All right. So this one is just for you to practice the assembly. And after you finish the assembly, try to make exploded. Right?
So, can you post the sketch for this so we can make it from scratch?
Sketch,
No, yeah. So like the measurement and stuff, so we can make it from scratch.
you build the part.
Yes.
Make the part.
Yeah. No. Can you send us or like post it so we can make
No,
it?
no, no. When you open the part, you have everything. For
I
example,
know. I wanna practice making it from scratch.
York Bale,
Oh, I see.
right? So everything is here. I did not make this. I get from some place. See all these procedures also. It may not be the best, but this is what that person did. See, this is all the features, right?
Can you show us how to do the exploded view for that assembly?
How to do what?
The exploded view for that assembly?
Exploded view, it's the
Can
same.
you post this?
Okay, I do exploded.
No. He said he posted this, so we can able to have an action to this. I think so.
Then exploded and unsploded.
He only posted
Here is exploded. It's the same as before.
the same thing like this.
This exploded, right? So what you do is it's the same. For example, you take the top, right? Then take the yolk bale, the spider or female, it's the same. Exploding view is not difficult. And besides, I'm not requiring you to do that very accurately. You just do exploding, put everything apart, that's all. All right? Okay, the last thing is, I have to say something about the test. There is one file called summary. Summary have a lot of information which the student will make a mistake easily. General, create a folder in J drive if it is required and instructed in the assignment or exam. Right? So for the final, I will ask you to create a folder called final. That put all the files in this folder. Right? Save the file using the exact name and specify. I specify the name every time. Please use the same name I specify. Use the same name for part and drawing. Right? Part and drawing should have the same name. Part. Choose the correct unit and decimal places. This is a bigger problem. Every test, always about 1/3 of students lost points because of the wrong decimal places. Please set up decimal places at first place before you do everything else. If there are different decimal places in one part, always take the longest one. 3 or 2 or 4. Longest one. Hello? If you want to talk, you can go outside. I allow you to go outside to talk. You don't have to stay in the class. Second, use the middle plane for create symmetric shapes. Remember, when you do assembly, middle plane is sometimes very important, right? Whenever it is symmetric, always do middle plane. All sketches must be fully defined. So some features there are sketches, right? Make sure all these sketches are fully defined. Pay attention to the whole wizard, the position. When you use whole wizard, there is type and position, right? When you go to position, make sure the position of the whole is fixed. Otherwise, you will get one undefined sketch. Undefined sketch will cost you 5 points in the test. So make sure all sketches are defined, fully defined. There are no minus sign in front of the sketch, right? There is a sign. All fillets of the same nature should be in the one feature. You don't have many fillets with the same thing, same nature, right? Pay attention to dimension. Make sure all dimensions are correct. Because the wrong dimension is also a major mistake. Check if there are tangent lines. That should not be present. Okay, that's a part. Use proper procedures. Use revolve for cylindrical shape. If the shape is round, please use revolve, right? So if we use extruded feature, several, piece by piece, you will lose points. Use hole wizard for counterbore hole, countersunk hole, and threaded hole. This use mirror to copy the feature of the same shape. Use a linear or circular pattern to make multiple copies, right? Do not create unnecessary sketches in the plane. if the plane already there, don't think plane too small, because when you sketch, the plane is infinitely large. So don't create the same plane, because it's unnecessary, right? There should not be independent sketches. All sketches must belong to certain feature. You have a feature, you have a sketch. So do not have independent sketch, please. Avoid unnecessary extrusion and then cut. Drawing. Use a given template, student DRWDOT, right? Always use this template. When you make a drawing, use the part in the same folder. After drawing are made, the part file name cannot be changed. So we know this, right? If you use your own system, right? When you finish the drawing, finish the assembly, you use pack and go. Save all file in a zip file. Then copy zip file to the J drive, then unzip it. Right? But if you use J drive here, then no problem. Avoid the small drawing size, so make sure you have enough size. Right? As large as possible by using change scale. Front, top, and right side must be aligned. You cannot make one smaller, one large. They must be aligned. Therefore, first one is the base one, base view. Then other should be projected from that view. Follow the rule of different line styles. So many of you lost many points about line style, right? Because we use the same rule from the beginning of the semester, even for the hand drawing, right? No tangent line in all views. So just right click, remove the tangent edge. Use a few seconds, maybe 1 minute, you can do all of these. So why don't do this? Do this, right? You don't have to check if there are a tangent line or not. Don't check, just right click, remove the tangent line. Only visible line in 3D pictorial. No other line, only visible line. No hidden line, no center line. See, center line in all multi-views, including section view, right? Hidden line in all regular multi-views, but not in section. So these rules we use many times. Please follow these rules. Otherwise, it is not worth to lose the points because of these things. This is drawing. Specify dimensions as given. Right? Do not create your own dimensions. Whatever dimensions are given, use these dimensions. All dimensions should be from the part. Do not change the dimension in the drawing. If you find one dimension is wrong, you go to part, change the part, change the dimension. Right? Then save. Then will come to drawing automatically. Do not change your dimension only in the drawing. If you do this, you have two mistakes. One is in the drawing, one is in the part. Do not miss dimensions. Do not repeat the same dimension. Miss dimension more serious than repeat. All right? Because miss dimension, you cannot make the part. But repeated dimension, you still can make the part. Right? All dimensions should be clear. Avoid overlap and the line crossing. So the only thing is when you look, all the dimensions should be clear, can be clearly readable. For full circle, use diameter, and for arc, use radius. This is also a rule, right? Use hole call out to give dimension for counterboard, countersink, and threaded hole. Do not forget the notes. including those in title block. Right? Every time, several students do not put anything in the title block. The name, part name, and the date, and the unit. Right? It's very simple. Nothing should be outside of the frame. Just move a little bit, move inside. Make sure that you know how to make section view and detail view, especially section view. How to make section view. What is the direction of the arrowheads, right? Assembly. Same as drawing. When you make assembly, use the parts in the same folder. After assembly is made, the part file name cannot be changed. Right? Check interference after you suppressing all screw and nuts. Right? Check collision if the assembly can move. Make sure that there are two configurations, unexploded and exploded. It's not one belong another one, right? So if you don't make exploded view for the exercise, you don't have exploded view at all. That's 25 points. Not for test, for the exercise. If you do have exploded view, but you don't have two-phone configuration, then only 10 points. Right? So this is assembly, right? So these are the common mistakes. So students make, right? Try to avoid these mistakes, right? So you don't lose unnecessary points. Or some points, if you lose, it's not worth, right? You use a few seconds. You can do all these, especially decimal places. Every time, right? Decimal places. Make sure you have correct decimal places, right? Any other questions? I finished the grading of the exercise 10. But I don't have time to post to the canvas because I just finished before the class, right? And but I do have points here and the mistakes here. If you want to know, come to me. I tell you what I mistake. What is your mistakes, right? Anything else? The office hours will be until the last day. The Wednesday, not next week.
After?
Next day.
Okay.
The Wednesday morning is the last office hours.
So
Next week is
December
12 or 13.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah. So any question, you can contact me during office hours.
Okay, and when is the final again?
Final?
Is on December?
Final is a Tuesday.
December?
For your Tuesday, 1:15 to 3:45, 2.5 hours.
What day is it?
What day is it? It's Tuesday 12.
The 12th. Okay.
I remember 12, right? Tuesday 12, not a class time, all right? It's 1:15 to 3:45. This room.
Wait, but do
Okay.
you think that's enough time to make the part they're gonna give us?
Several parts. So the final test problem will be much easier than the 1170. 1170 we have body, we have shaft, we have several difficult things. But for final test, all the parts should be relatively easy. Relatively easy, right? And a drawing will also will be easy. Easier than body, part, shaft, those things. Assembly is also relatively easy, simple.
I just want to repeat myself. Is 2.5 hours is it gonna be enough?
2.5 hours, yes.
So do you think they're gonna be enough time to make the?
There will be enough time.
Are you going to tell us which one of the parts will need the drawing, or will it be all of them?
Which parts should be what?
Which part will get?
Or should be drawing? Yes, I will tell you. You only make drawing for one part. I'll tell you which part you need to do the drawing. Right? And make sure before the test you can log into VMware. Right? Otherwise, it takes time. Make sure you can log into VMware. You can check anywhere in the university, right? Even library. Anywhere, wherever there is a computer, check if you can log into VMware. Not necessarily open Solidworks. For the library, you cannot open Solidworks, right? But you can, as long as you can go to VMware, you can open Solidworks. All right? And also during the test, save frequently. You finish one step, save it, right? In case something happens. Right? Any other questions? No questions? Then if you want to practice, you can practice now.
Do we have class this Tuesday next Thursday?
What?
Do we have class Tuesday and Thursday?
What?
Do we have class Tuesday and Thursday?
Well, next week, no. Next week there no class. The final begin from Thursday, but Tuesday and Wednesday we call the reading day. There no class. Today is the last. This is the last class. This is the last class. All right.
Yes, it is.